we were on a train and it was packed, and he's like, poo poo, and then they just cleared the train.
Oh, great.
That's quite good for a packed train, do you know?
Yeah.
I might try that myself.
Yeah.
Just the way down to London. Pepe!
Hello, welcome to Joy Agenda, the podcast all about joy with me, Hannah Campbell.
Oh, and me. I was waiting for you.
How many times have we done this?
I was waiting for her to introduce me. I don't know why.
We never do that.
I know
We always say me and then you.
Sorry.
Okay.
Her, Hannah Campbell, and me, Jay Lafferty. And we're not alone.
No.
We have a fabulous guest, as always, in the fabulous Monkey Barrel. I'm so overtired. Monkey Barrel Studios. We have comedian. We have TikTok sensations. Is that how you say
Yeah,
it?
sure.
Viral? No.
I know. No, that's not. Influencer.
Influencer. Katie Garcia.
Thank you.
I always find that hard. What would you describe yourself as in that realm?
I'd say probably comedian. TikTok, I don't understand. Every time I go on TikTok, I'm like, what is this platform that kids are using?
It makes you feel so old
Yeah.
when you're just like, because I don't have a clue how to work TikTok, and I'm like, I'm so old. I don't know
It
how
just
to do
keeps
it.
showing me the same person over and over again who I don't know, and every time I open TikTok it's them telling me about their life, and I'm like, I don't know you. But now I feel like I do.
Yeah.
And then it goes, you think it up and it's like friends, and I'm like, yeah, that would be good to see people that I know and or things that interest me,
Yeah,
and
random
not
strangers.
this weird woman watering our grass.
I feel like I'd almost rather watch people I don't know, because when I watch Friends, I'm like, am I supposed to be watching this? I feel like people just use TikTok to just like have this alternate universe for themselves. So when I like see a friend, I'm like, I don't think I'm supposed to listen to your poems. I think that's for you.
Yeah, it does feel
And
quite
I don't-
intimate
yeah,
watching
yeah,
your
yeah.
friends TikTok really about anything, because you're kind of like, oh no, this is for the general public, not for
Yeah,
me.
I just
Yeah.
assume when comedians put things anywhere, we need to watch it, because you're always in those conversations backstage where they go, oh, did you not see my
And you
my
go, "Oh."
Instagram? And I'm like, no. Sorry.
One thing that I've been watching on TikTok recently, and it's so random, but it's so like mesmerising. It's just this guy that goes around and cuts people's grass for free, and he like
I
tidies up
watched
their
him.
lawn. It's great, and you get the before after, and he just goes and he mows everyone's lawn and cuts all their trees for normally people that like can't afford a gardener. And I found myself in an absolute garden hole the other day, and I watched like 5 of these, and I was like, I need to do things, but they're so
I
entertaining.
watched him. Did you see the one where the woman from next door comes and she's like, what are you doing?
No, I don't think I've seen that
That's
one.
quite good, that one. He's like, I'm just doing her lawn. It's like, oh.
So there's some joy on TikTok.
There's a little
Yeah,
bit of
there is.
joy,
I like
but-
those ones where they find elderly Americans and they're like working still, and people are like, how are you still working? They're like, because healthcare. And then like they can do a GoFundMe, and then they get to retire. It's so beautiful. Yes.
It's like the other one that I really like is when the guy took the guys who stand outside like Walmart and stuff looking for jobs for the day, and he takes them to Disneyland.
Oh yeah,
Or is it
that's
Disney World or
that one made
something?
me cry.
Oh
yeah.
my god, they were so they were just like, yeah,
was
That's
so sweet.
It
so
was such
cute.
a nice one.
Yeah.
But you can imagine initially, like, is this guy gonna kill us? Like,
Yeah.
is this guy taking us somewhere? Where are we going?
No, Disneyland. Okay, that's fine.
How has your day been? Tell us all about what's been going on for you.
It's been all right. Oh, I went to a cafe, and everything online was like, you need to book a table, and I didn't have to, and it was really nice.
Oh, which cafe were you at?
Greenwood. Is that what it's called?
Greenwood.
Where in town?
Yeah, it's in Newtown. Is that still town?
Yeah.
Why am I so? I'm acting like I've never been here. I'm like, is this the place that I am? Yeah, it was called Greenwoods.
No, nice.
Oh,
It was nice. I kept on seeing it. I went last time I was here, and the line was too long, but this time
Walk
I
straight in.
I've never heard of this
Me
place.
neither.
We're out the
We might
loop.
need to go and track it down.
We need to track it
It's
down.
very good. I had I had something. Oh, God, I don't know what it was. Super memorable. It was like a traditional fish stew.
Oh, Colin Skink.
Probably, yes.
Yeah. Was it creamy?
Yes.
Yes.
And then they put an egg on it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Proper.
I really enjoyed that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of Cullen
Yeah,
skunk.
Cullen skunk is good.
It's
Yeah.
good. It's nice, warming.
Yes. Well,
Warming.
maybe we'll need to go. And we'll
Okay.
kick the door and say, excuse me, our friend Katie said that we didn't need a table.
Yeah.
So move these elderly people out of my way.
Oh, so you're up in Edinburgh for the next few days
Yes.
outside of Fringe time.
Yes.
Which is always nice.
It's so nice.
Yeah.
Like when I got off the train, I'm like, oh, it just feels like you're in a movie here. I'm like, wow, I'm gonna find a boyfriend, and it's gonna be so difficult because I'm like, oh, but I'm like, the trains are so expensive. How are we gonna make this relationship work? And I'm literally just up four stairs. I'm like, yep, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
You just moved to Edinburgh because that's what like, lots of comics have done. They've just moved. They've just gone, do you know
Yeah.
what? For the time that I come here in August, it's actually cheaper to live here all year.
Yeah.
No kidding, yeah. And it does feel like more romantic than London. London just feels like so busy and gross all the time, and people hate each other. And then, but this place,
Yeah.
I'm like, I think I could find happiness.
Where are you from originally?
I'm from California.
Okay.
Ah.
So there was happiness. I moved to London. Maybe, I don't know, I'm punishing myself for something. I thought it would be amazing, and then like a few years in, I'm like, tougher than it seems.
So when did you move to London?
In September 2020.
Wow. Okay.
Wow,
Yeah.
right into COVID.
That was a weird time to be
Bad
moving
timing.
across the world.
Really bad timing that. I was just like, what will be? And that was more COVID.
So did you move and then have to go lockdown then, basically?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. It's okay. I had a roommate.
That's good.
He was okay.
It feels like you've suppressed some of this, and
Yeah.
maybe that's for the best.
Yeah.
Do you ever find though when we do talk about COVID, it is quite difficult to remember
Yeah.
because it was such a time, and you think at the time, oh, this is going to be a life like kind of memory, like, and then 5 years later you're like, oh yeah, what was that again?
Yeah.
What were we doing?
It's probably because every day was the same. So actually, you don't really remember. You're like, I can't differentiate between 2020 to 2022 because
Yeah.
it was like every day was in the house on a Zoom, going to the shop one. You know, it was very
Yeah.
similar, like sort of Groundhog Day almost.
I find it really difficult because I had a baby in lockdown to remember when he started doing things because of that. Because of there was no like major events that you're like, oh well, that was just before we went on holiday, or that was
Yep.
just before this happened. So things like first steps and stuff like that. I'm glad I did write it all down, and I took like 50,000 million videos and photos because otherwise I'd be like, nah, I don't know. I can't remember it in my memory.
Yeah.
But I have a phone.
And listen, that's who needs memory when you've got an iPhone. That's
Yeah.
that's what they're selling it to us.
I know.
Yeah.
Soon we won't have to have any thoughts. They will just be inconveniences.
Yes. So you're still in London at the
Yes,
moment.
still
And
in
are you enjoying? You have any plans to move back to the States at all, or are you going to maybe wait till the next election? Or
Oh God, I don't know. It's tough because there's the talks of changing I'm 2 years away from citizenship now
Cool.
because I've been here that long, and I was kind of holding out for that.
Yeah.
But they might change it to 10 years in total, and it's just another like I would love to find love. And it just doesn't seem like it will happen in London. I'm like 5 more years of my prime age, just on the tube,
Wasted in London.
yeah, like just with like tech bros, like who.
And so is dating in London awful?
It's really bad.
Yeah. And is it? Are you on the apps? Or are you trying to meet people?
I'm on the apps.
Yep.
I try to meet people in person. I look at them
Yeah.
and hope something will happen.
Yep.
No, that doesn't usually happen.
No.
But I stare.
Yep. And that's all you can do.
That's all we can do.
Yeah. A Scottish man. Would you like
Yeah.
a Scottish person?
Yeah, they do tend to be more attractive.
We've never heard this.
That's, I don't know if that's true.
Are they
I
not?
think the accent has confused you. I think Scottish men and Irish men, they just go,
No.
oh, oh, we'll just turn on the right Scottish charm
Exactly.
and the Irish lilts, and it'll confuse them into thinking we're handsome.
Yes.
Sorry, Scottish men.
Yeah, you're all lovely in your own special way.
Well, you didn't even marry one.
No, fuck no. I was like, let's get out of here. Got myself a New Zealander.
And then brought him back.
Yeah, I brought him back with me. I was like, you come with me now.
Serious carry on.
Yeah,
Go on.
exactly. I'll stay there. Let me get that visa in New Zealand, and then we'll come to the UK, and it'll all be fine. So
See, the dream works.
Yeah.
yeah.
So I have to go to New Zealand.
Yeah. Thing.
Okay.
Or Australia, one of those places.
Yeah,
But it's
Australia would be cool.
yeah. Be good, but yeah, I think it'd be really difficult because I met my husband, God, 12 years ago now, and we lived across the road from each other, so that's how we met. But I think it would be Tinder had like just come in, but we didn't actually meet on Tinder. But I imagine the dating apps must be fun, but also must be tiring after a while if you're going on dates
It's
all the time.
so tiring. I also get a lot of ads for Hinge, and it's like all the stories are like, yeah, we used to like we met when we were in school, and then like we never liked each other, and then we like saw each other on the app. And it's like, but then like another story would be like, we looked at each other on the train platform, and I was like, God, this guy's so cute. And then he just walked away, and then I saw him on the app, and I'm like, oh, so you're all meeting each other in real life still, like,
Yeah.
like, but, and I'm like, I don't have any of that. I've never seen any of these guys. What God? And meeting up with someone is like, God, do I make the first move? Do they? And then it's like.
And then you must get the same old shit patter all the time.
Yeah, it's
on
the same. Yeah, it's the
and you're just
same.
like, okay, thanks.
Yeah.
And it's very hard to meet anybody at gigs or anything like that.
Oh yeah.
Because
Would you date comedians?
It's not a preference.
That is the right answer.
I imagine. I think in maybe if about 5 more years, I'm gonna have to maybe do it.
Yeah, just see because
I
around.
like how you're like 5 years. Let's
5
go
years,
5 years.
5 years. Because I feel like every comic tries it, and then it's like it's either amazing or it's trauma.
Yeah.
And then you have to see them, and you have to be like, oh great, we're on the same lineup. I love a guy who has a lot of followers, but just like a few pictures. I'm like, oh, this guy's done something. This guy, not just like reels. Like,
Yeah.
he's done something profound in a field. Who knows? Who knows what it is? But people like him for him. I like that. When I see too many reels, I'm like, oh God, we get it. Good for you.
Right, Katie, we're going to ask you the question that we brought you here. Please tell us what brings you joy.
Oh, this is tough because a lot of things bring me joy. I like when something's on sale, but you don't know until you get to the till.
Oh,
that brings me so
great
much joy.
feeling.
I love that. I like when, God, I don't know. I like talking to my grandparents. That brings me joy. They just old people in general are just so fun because their stories are just so cute. And it makes it seem like it's like, life's not that hard. Like you just, I feel like I'm like always busy, always stressed. And then I'll talk to them. I just be like, oh, cool.
yeah. Puts it in perspective.
Yeah.
And are they in the States?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I like to go home because I've got nephews now. So my oldest nephew is 3.5. So I'll spend time with him, and then I'll also spend time with my grandparents. So it'd be like this different sides. And it's just so fun because my nephew is just so funny. Like I was just FaceTiming him, and then my sister was like, Tia's in Scotland. And then he's like, no, she's not. She's not in Scotland. And then he's like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm in Scotland. And he's like, oh. It's so funny. It's just so funny. These kids are great.
How old is he?
He's 3.5.
3.5. That's a great age.
It's a good age.
Yeah.
I like all the ages so far.
Yeah, well, that's good.
Yeah, I'm not looking forward to the teenage ages.
Well, no.
Because if they're anything like me, it'll be horrible for everybody involved. Sorry, I just had flashbacks there. But so far, 3.5 is great because they're just finding their own little personalities.
Yeah,
like because they mimic when they first learn to talk, and it's all mimic, and then they start to go, oh, like this is what I really like, and this is what I think.
Yeah,
and I just think that's so cute.
It's so cute. It's also so like he's he's learning how to make people laugh, and it's so funny to watch him. Like, I'm like, wow, you're so much funnier than I am. Like, it's just so, because like he like, and he'll like repeat stuff, like, and it's just so, I'm like, God, the comedic timing on this kid. Get him a microphone. He's really he loves saying poo poo in settings that he shouldn't. Like, we were on a train and it was packed, and he's like, poo poo, and then they just cleared the train.
Oh, great.
And they were just us two alone, like, oh, great. So I wonder why everyone left.
That's quite good for a packed train, do you know?
Yeah.
I might try that myself.
Yeah.
Just the way down to London.
Oh, I think on British trains, that is not driving anyone away.
No,
The
probably
lunatics
not.
on the British trains.
Probably not. I had one of the weirdest. Do you know when you have like cyclical conversation with somebody that you're like, you just think, I don't. This feels like the Twilight Zone. So basically, what happened is the train had been cancelled, and then so the train that I had a seat booked on, and other people had a seat booked on. Basically that was just all wiped out because it was 2 trains full of people on one train, and every stop somebody would get on and they'd be like, oh, you're in my seat. So whoever was in their seat, and they're like, no, I'm not in your seat, there's no seats. And they're like, no, I've booked a seat. Like, yeah, we've all booked a seat, but the seats that we booked don't exist anymore. And it was just like this, like, and people just not getting it. And I was on from the beginning of the train, so it was basically a 6-hour journey going, here we're about to have the conversation again. And you could,
God.
it was like a collective sigh when you would stop at a stop and you would see how many people are on, and everybody go, we're all about to have this conversation again.
Oh my God. But I don't get when it's like a normal train, people that don't sit in their assigned seats, because then they just cause the thing. It drives me mad.
Yeah.
If I'm just there, it's like, oh, this my seat. Oh, can you not just sit over there? I'm like, no, because then someone will come up to me when I'm in their seat, and it's just like,
yeah, like, just move out my goddamn seat.
Yeah.
You would have been a nightmare on that train. I would have been.
I'd be like, excuse me.
This is my seat. No. You will be doing a lot of train travel then, and how does that compare to home?
Well, home I drive everywhere.
Yeah.
And that's nice.
And in London you drive fucking nowhere because it'd be pointless.
God, I have my learner's permit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but I'm too scared to go to classes. It's just too many. Like, I cycle, and I'm like, God, I would probably hit me, like, if I was in a car. Just.
It's so expensive to have a car in London, though,
It
as well.
is.
And it's like not really needed unless you're, you know, I guess for comedians it is sometimes when you're going elsewhere. But
Yeah. And then for you it'd be different side as well. So
Yeah,
that's like
yeah, yeah.
another like
Yeah.
thing to do. And that's why I don't think I'd drive in Europe or anything like that, because I feel like I'd be a nightmare on the other side of the road. I feel like I get
Can
confused.
you drive?
Yeah.
I didn't know you could drive. Why am I always driving?
Because I don't have a car.
Oh, right, okay, there we go.
I can drive.
Oh,
I
I
don't
could
have a
just put
car.
you on my car. Yeah. And I can have a drink.
There we go. Yeah.
Make myself sound like a drunk.
Yeah. Dying for a drink.
Why have I been driving anyway?
Oh damn, could you just keep that a secret? That's why I'm always drunk, Jay. Because
damn
you
it.
drive.
That's so funny. I feel like we've I think me being overtired has
Yeah,
really
we're
helped.
learning so much about each other.
We are,
These
we are.
records is great. But a lot of comedians don't drive though, I think, because danger on the
So
road.
many.
Yeah.
I think because a lot of I don't know, just like I think that just a lot of them are very ADHD, scatty kind of.
When I first started doing stand up, I was like the only one in my team that we all started together that could drive,
Oh.
and all the others were boys, and so I used to initially get a lot of gigs because I could drive.
Yeah.
They'd be like, oh, they'd book Mark Nelson, and he'd be like, oh, can you give Jay a gig? And I, thanks,
I'll drive.
I'll drive. But you know,
That's great.
that was back in the day when be lucky to have a woman on the bill.
That's the one woman. How did you find adjusting to the London comedy scene coming from the US? Is it quite like different?
Yeah, I was in LA, and like the stage time was different. LA, the mics would start at like 3-minute mics.
Okay.
And it took like maybe a few months of adjusting to the culture.
Yeah.
but yeah, I like it. Like London for stage time, I think is amazing, and the quality of shows are good. Like LA would be like so many shows where people are like, oh, impress me. What do you have? Because you're competing with like the best of the best. Whereas like London is also like amazing, but it is like people are excited to watch something, I think. Whereas like LA, the vibe would be like,
Yeah.
you know.
For sure. What else brings you joy other than speaking to family
What else brings me joy?
And getting things on sale.
and getting
things on sale,
We
yeah.
didn't really delve into that, to be fair.
That is there's nothing better than
I
when
love
you
a
go up and
bargain.
they're just like, you're like, oh, this, and you were like, I was going to pay full price anyway, and then now you give me 20% off.
Yeah.
But then that makes me want to go back and get another of the same thing.
I do that all the time too. When I find something like on like crazy sale, I'm like, I need two.
Yeah, for sure.
It's oh god.
It's like, do you know what I really enjoy? You know, like now and again, something will come up on the internet and they've mispriced it. And a WhatsApp group of friends will get like a hold of it, right? So me and all my friends have the exact same cardigan in variety of different colours because I think it was like Abercrombie and Fitch, a cardigan which should have been 70 quid was £7.99. And I bought me one, I bought my sister-in-law one, I bought my friend one. I didn't buy my mum one, and she's still not stopped going on about it. She's like, oh, that must have been nice. Everybody, I was like, sorry. But I love little things like that. Like, now and again, you'll get like a text from a friend going, oh, Tesco's has accidentally put Stella Artois, or you can get 24 bottles for 3 pence. You're like, but go now before they realise.
Yeah, oh, it's so good when that sort of stuff happens.
Yeah,
Just get a
I
little
love
bit-
human error.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The AI will stop that.
I know.
Yeah,
I
maybe.
know, that they're taking all of the joy and the jobs.
God damn it.
God damn you, AI.
But yeah, it's nice when you get like, or even like a little free gift or something like that, or just like, oh yeah, it was good. Was it Tom that we had on that said that was one of his things, getting free stuff? That was what had brings him joy.
He got a big wad of money.
Oh, that's right. Tom Mayhew, who's a comedian, he got, when he's doing the Fringe, someone came up and gave him like £1,000 in an envelope. There's a society in Edinburgh that just give people money that are doing shows. And
None
we're
of
like,
us had heard of before.
No.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
A grand.
really?
A grand.
Just in an envelope.
Just an envelope.
Crazy,
They're
right?
like, we liked what you did.
We'd never heard of that before.
Wow. A grand is so nice.
Yeah.
I did the Glasgow Comedy Festival I like pointed like as if that was a direction.
Yeah.
Like,
That is the direction.
It really is that way.
It feels like it should be that way.
And it cost me so much, and like just train, and there were like maybe I think I had 14 people in the audience, and it was just like I was just like bummed because I'm like I lost so much money, and then there's these two women at the end who were talking to me, and I was like, and they were just so nice. They were just so friendly. And I'm like, oh, this is such a nice conversation because, I lost money here, and then it feels like these things make it worth it. And then, like later on in the conversation, one of them like reaches into their bag, and I'm like, oh no, like no. And then she's like, no, don't stop yourself from a blessing. And then she gave me like $300. She's American. I'm like, oh my, I was like, no, I can't take that. She's like, no, this is for you.
Oh,
And I was like, wow.
nice.
It made me cry because I'm like, wow.
That's
the only way I broke even.
amazing.
That's
Yeah.
so generous. There's just these people
But
out
you know
there.
what?
that-
It's so nice to know that there is good people
yeah.
still out there.
Still out there. Or it's like when I remember once we were in a bar and sort of the ripple went out that it was basically like someone's put £1,000 tab on for the whole bar. So like we all just went and had free drinks for someone had just come, some rich person has just come in and been like, yep, stick £1,000 on for everybody, and we got free drinks. And I was
would
like, that's
love
cool.
to be that person.
I would
I'd
love to be that
to,
person.
If I had
too.
loads of money, I would definitely do stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like little surprise things, like just things like that's so cool. Just to be like, I'll buy
Yeah.
that for you, or just stick it on at a bar or whatever, or just give
Yeah.
people money.
Instead of being like, does anyone want to pay for this?
I like all those stories, like and you never know if they're real or not, but sometimes you see them on the internet and like on social media and stuff where it's like, oh, my little boy was kicking off in the middle of the thing, it was in the supermarket, and then I dropped my wallet and I couldn't find it, and then I went and this guy just like paid for my shopping, and I was in tears, and I'm like, oh, that's so nice.
Yeah.
That is
That's
so
like-
nice.
But I think my like your Scottishness would get in the way of like, what if because I've thought about doing that in the past when I've seen somebody struggling in front of me with for like whatever reason. I thought I could just like lean over and go, and I was like, but what if they're like offended?
Yeah.
What if they're like, what do you think you're doing? Do you
Yeah.
think I can't pay for myself? Because that would be what would happen to me.
Yeah.
I would get the one person who took it the wrong way.
What do you think I look like? Do you think I can't afford my shop? And you'd be like, I just was trying to do
I was
something
just
nice.
trying to do something. I was just trying to pay it forward. I was just trying to pay forward. I would get the only aggressive.
The wee granny. You can get to fuck. I can pay my own shopping. It's like,
I didn't want to be on this side of the road. Oh, dearie me. Anything bringing you joy in particular?
what's bringing me joy?
Nothing.
The worst things. My brain's not working. What anything? Well, I think. What didn't bring you joy?
What's bringing my
I
joy?
did have something.
I am enjoying. I'm being a bit reckless. I'm enjoying being a bit reckless at the moment.
Oh.
I'm making I don't know if they're reckless decisions, but I'm just like I have for a lot of years, kind of going, oh, it would be quite nice to go for that meal or like to visit this place or to do this thing, and I'd be like, oh, but maybe like it's quite expensive, or like maybe next year, or like I've got too much work on to take that time off. And this year seems to be the year of me going, I'm just going to book that. I'm just going to do this thing, or I'm just going to try
great.
that out. So that's bringing me a little bit of joy.
Absolutely.
But I also feel it might be the start of some sort of breakdown. But
Listen, it's fine. You're still in the fun stage at the moment.
I was like, fuck it.
Yeah, because you got a few holidays booked, which is exciting.
I've got some
bits and
holidays
bobs. So, and
booked.
you've got that's great.
I know. I'm excited about that.
Where are you going?
I'm going to Greece.
Nice.
And I'm going to Disneyland.
Paris.
Yeah.
Cool.
Which I've never been. I've been to Disney World. I've been to Disneyland. But I have never been to Disneyland Paris.
Nice.
So I'm taking my little boy there. And
The most cultured of the Disneylands, surely the French one.
well, I don't know. I haven't been yet, but I'll tell you.
Let me know.
Apparently, people are quite aggressive there. But
Oh
that's
my
the
God.
Americans who are used to Disneyland and Disney World. I think it's just people being European.
Right, yeah.
I think it's
Oh.
just people being British and European, and
Right.
people who have only, like Americans come in who are very frantic about Disney. And like, you get people, I didn't quite realise this, but you get people who every holiday is a Disney holiday.
Yeah.
They're mainly Americans. I've
Yeah.
seen from like the apps and stuff. They're
I know a lot of British people who are like that though.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
I think that can. Billy Kirkwood, he used to do that loads until he had way too many children to make it. Yeah, he still goes, but he used to always go. He got married in Disney World.
So he did, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, he got married in Florida.
That'd be crazy.
Yeah. And like, it was quite a long time ago now because we're old. Sorry, Billy. Just shots fired. You just ricocheted there. Yes, I've got that, and we're booking another holiday in July.
Look at you, that's
yeah.
great. The year of yes.
It's the year of fuck
Great.
it.
Exactly. Go out, enjoy the meal, go on the holiday.
I know. I'm going to be skint by the
Yeah,
end
I'll
of it.
deal with that
but
next year.
Yeah, I know. I was
Yeah.
like,
Money-
I don't know
money
how I'm
will
going to pay
always
the tax
come.
bill, but
Exactly.
yeah.
Yeah. One thing that's bringing me joy, I've just remembered, is that the just small thing, but the F1 is back, and I'm very excited. I'm a big F1 fan. So
I didn't even
do you not know this
this
about me?
No.
I thought we talked. No, that was on our podcast. I talked about this. I think. So I'm a big. I'm a big Formula One person, so I'm excited that F1
Well,
is
there's
back.
quite a lot of them being cancelled though, is there not?
The Middle East ones, yeah,
Yes.
Bahrain and Saudi Arabia has been cancelled. So, but the rest
because
of
they
them
were
are
in
going ahead.
Japan. Weren't
Yes. Yeah, they were at, yeah.
Look
they
at
were,
me picking up
I
stuff.
know.
from
Yeah,
you.
wow.
They're in Japan the next race. So they were in Australia, and then they were in China, and then Japan's the
and
next
then
one.
Japan's the next one. I paid attention to my news podcast the other day when they were talking about it being cancelled, so that's how I knew
There
it was
you
going to be in
go.
Japan.
Yeah. So that's bringing me joy. Like the races.
That's it. What is it you like about
I
it?
don't know. It's just I like how you can get you get so into the teams and the technical stuff. I think you can just enjoy it for the vroom cars, or you can really get into the teams and the members and what's going on, the strategies.
Wow.
Yeah. I know.
And have you ever done any actual? Now that I know you can drive, have you done any actual? Have you done any race car
I am
driving?
a horrible driver. I'm a horrible, awful driver. I did
Me
go
too. I'll be
karting
too
once.
drunk to care.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, you listen. Next time I drive, you have a drink and it'll be fine.
But you've never done like
I did go karting once. And it was horrible. It was too fast.
Too bad.
I didn't like it. I think I was like 16 or 17. Didn't like it. But yeah, I just like the F1 though.
Because like some people, I've seen this. I don't know if this is a thing now, but when I was getting married a decade and a half ago, it was quite a thing to have a very fancy car.
Oh right, yep.
To in between going from the church to like wherever, and loads of people that I knew had like Porsches and Ferraris, and but they were driving them, which I was not into, because then you can't have a drink on your wedding day. What's that about? But yeah, is that did you not do anything like that?
Oh no, I have no desire to have a fancy car or be in a fancy car. I just like the F1.
Do you just like the F1?
Yeah. So anyway, that's it. Shall we do next section? Right, this is our next section, Katie. Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun.
Jay's joy killers.
Yay! What is killing your joy?
Gosh, so what's killing my joy? I hate when like people complain when you're in like a public space and people complain to you, and it's like, why me? Well, I've got to listen to this, and it's like I'm so like I will never say how I feel, so I just sit there and like go, yeah. Like it's always at the post office. Some old guy will just be like, and I'm just like, you just like you have to like we're all, this sucks for everyone. Yeah, no one's having fun.
Yeah, don't drag me into your bullshit as well.
And then they could do the, why is there only one person working? One person working. Like suck it. AI. Oh my god.
I always think it's really funny, and this is going to make me sound terrible, and sorry to age Scotland, but when old people are like, oh, this is ridiculous, it's taking so long, and I'm like, where are you going?
Exactly.
What's the rush?
What have you got on?
What's your rush? Wait, it's cutting to your big day of sitting.
Yeah.
It's like it's 3:30. I know you're having your dinner in 20 minutes, but it's fine. Like,
we're so ageist. I totally don't mean that.
Look, we talked about how we like old
we do love grandparents.
We do.
And like my mum is in her 70s, and she has shit to do. She's places to be and stuff. But it's the ones who complain are always the ones where you're looking at them going, those are trousers that have been sat down in all day. Like,
because the ones complaining don't normally have a lot to do, and that's why they're complaining about their one task of the day. And it is normally at somewhere like a post office.
It's post office, yeah.
Or it's nothing worse where they complain and they've trapped you, like in public transport, a post office.
Yeah.
And I'll queue, and you're like, I can't escape this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Public transport complaint is tough. Yeah. I hate when people talk to me on public transport unless I'm like I always never know what to say. When something funny happens, but you're just like, who do I look at? Like, let's all just keep it to ourselves.
Yeah.
Like, I just don't know.
Yeah.
Like,
unless you're hot, don't talk to me.
Yeah. But it's also like, I don't know. And then I feel like I have to keep the conversation, and then people was like, oh, there's an accent. I'm like, it's a lot of people have it. There's a lot of people
famously have it.
It's nothing exciting. I'm not excited to be going where I am. I guess I've been here for a while.
Oh, anything killing your joy?
What's killing my joy? Just, I think, so similar to that, I feel like because it's a bit nicer weather, we're ramping up. There's more tourists about in Edinburgh. I feel like their number has increased. And listen, I like the tourists, like happy for them to come to Edinburgh, but do they have to walk 6 abreast and take up the whole fucking pavement is what I'm trying to get somewhere.
Annoying.
And it's like, just have a bit of self-awareness, And I get, and it's when they stop and then look at stuff.
It's my cycle route is across the bridge, across what is it? Westminster Bridge.
Oh right. Oh
and
god.
So I have to go but tourists just like go into the bike lane to take a picture with Big Ben. And I'm like, you're gonna die. Like you're gonna like what do you do? Like, and then it's oh my god. And then someone being like, what? And I'm like, I must be in so many tourists be like, what the fuck are you doing?
Just you and the wee Pashla.
Yeah.
I love to play the tourist game when I'm on holiday. My brother and I started this when we were kids, and it's now grown to like our family's. You know, it's like, and anybody I've been on holiday with, we play. I'm like, well, let's play the tourist game, and that is basically where you just be walking down a normal like space with nothing exciting, and you go. And then see how many other people will turn and go, what is it they're looking at? Yeah. And I greatly enjoy that.
That's great. Yeah. Or you just look up.
Sometimes, like I once did it in Canada at Niagara Falls and pointed at the side of a building, and when we left there was 30 Japanese tourists taking photos. It was amazing.
So funny.
I was like, you're never going to beat me, Shaw.
That's
never
great.
going to beat me.
That's so good.
But I just try and be nice to the tourists because like I've travelled a lot and I've been a tourist many times, and so if people like ask me for directions or whatever, I'm always very nice and I try and help them, especially because Edinburgh, everything's normally below you or above you because of all the bridges. But it's just the ones that just stop in the middle of the road, drive me mad.
I today witnessed two things just there when you were saying about below you and above you with tourists, where what turned out to be a German lady had obviously asked a Glaswegian man on Prince's Street for directions or something, and he was so Glaswegian that she was beginning to look quite scared because he was like, "Are you Dutch? Are you Dutch?" And she's going, "Sorry, no, I just need to know." And he's like, "No, I'm saying, are you Dutch?" And I was like, "You're terrifying this woman. I know you're just being nice, but this is the most terrifying." This woman's like, "Well, oh my God." And then, you know, the guy that hangs about at the Tron that he's quite often dressed as Batman, or he has like yeah. So today he's wearing Vegas-based trousers, and he was telling an older gentleman who looked quite knackered. He went, "Edinburgh's built in 7 hills. That's why you're either always going up a hill or down a hill. It is not for the faint-hearted."
He's not wrong.
He's not wrong. I didn't realise that Edinburgh was built on 7 hills. I don't doubt that he is probably correct, because he stands there all day, every day. I suppose he must hear a lot of chat.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Well, because all the tour, a lot of them will start down there as well. So he could start his own tour company.
He would probably do
Mental
quite
Jimmy.
well at that. Mental Jimmy. I'm sure he is the same guy that I don't think he does it anymore, but used to just stand on his head
Oh, right. Okay.
in a hat and get money for it.
Right, that's a full on Fringe show.
But somebody told me he can't do that anymore because he gave himself a mischief from standing his head all day every day for money.
Wow.
Which makes sense. It sounds like something you probably shouldn't do.
Yeah.
As a regular occurrence.
Yeah, probably not. Probably, get a job. Do whatever. Don't do that.
That brings us on to
our last bit. So
our
this
last
is
bit.
Hannah's headlines. So I bring in something that I've seen that like a news story or something that I've watched for the week. It's very difficult at the moment to find a headline that's not super depressing in the news. But this is something that I have watched recently, which is The Manosphere by Louis Theroux. Don't know if either of you have watched this at all.
I watched it, yeah.
Yeah, so I watched it. It's one of those things where it enraged me watching
This
it.
is why I can't watch
But it was a very interesting documentary, I thought. But
Yes.
you just can't believe that men actually think of that. So what did you think of it if you watched it?
Yeah, when I was watching, I was like, wow, I've dated a lot of guys like this. Manosphere guys.
Yeah, have you?
Yeah. But like, not like... the last guy I was seeing, we used to always we'd get into the argument of like, I think you're sexist, and he'd be like, no, I love women. Like, I don't hate women. I love them. And then they say it in this, and I'm like, oh God, it's him. It's him.
I love women just as long as they're seen and not heard.
Literally. That's
and they're
what
like
it
wanting
was.
multiple women and like that whole, and I spent so long being like, why does this feel so uncomfortable? And I'm like, oh, because it's not right. It's not what I want. That makes sense.
Wow.
But
I know
it was interesting.
Yeah.
It's not something. I think what scares me the most about it is how many young men have access to this. Have access to this, the manosphere. And I think that it's really scary because I find just walking around and like, gigging as a woman and just living as a woman, I find that there's so much more aggression. And I find it like I can see men when I'm on stage disengaging or trying to do things in a way that was like would not have happened 4 years ago, 5 years ago.
Yeah.
And I think this sector of the internet is just quite scary.
Yeah, I was exactly the same takeaway that I had, was that like you watch the actual influencers spouting all this stuff. They're so full of shit, and you know that half of them, you're like, God, do you even believe half of that? You're just doing it to get clicks and stuff. But it's the influence that even if they don't believe it, the boys watching it do. Yeah. And it's the amount of like young boys that if Louis was out in the street with one of them, like all these boys, oh my God, it's that guy, like blah 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 selfie, and they just worship the ground that these guys walk on. And it's like these are 13, 14-year-olds that are completely getting radicalized, and they're getting told, well, it's women blame and you need to do this, and it's like these guys are just making money off of you buying their shitty crypto and their cash money. Like they're just con artists. They're just con artists. But
I just find them laughable. I just find them that they're little boys.
Yes, 100%.
And it's just it's really difficult to take seriously.
That clip that he did with that guy and his girlfriend was really interesting. Yeah. It was like the guy had been like before to Louis, oh yeah, maybe I'll have multiple wives one day. And then like however 10 minutes later, the girlfriend comes in and Louis is interviewing both of them, and he's like to the girlfriend, also, how would you feel about multiple wives? And she was like, I don't, sort of blah blah blah. And then the guy immediately like shushes her out, and Louis like, she seemed uncomfortable. No she didn't. And Louis like, yeah she did. And then he wanted her like taken out of the documentary, and the surprise they broke up.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought it was a good documentary, good to raise the awareness about it, and hopefully maybe it won't be as big in the future. And even like, you know, they're showing adolescents in schools and stuff, and like I think that's good to talk about it in schools and things like that.
Yeah, that was it's a really good thing. And maybe you know in 10 years time we'll be worrying about the women's sphere. You know,
here we go,
have taken over by then. And
like, bloody time.
Just women being interviewed by Louis Theroux going, listen, do we need men? What have they invented?
Exactly.
I love that clip that was like, what have they invented? And it's just so many people going, well, they invented
this,
blah, 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 blah. And it, you know, windscreen wipers, that was one of my favourites. I actually did know that. Just all sorts of amazing things.
Yeah, and there was loads of things like some sort of like structural thing within this to make a building was like invented by women, and like all this sort of thing. And like there's just so many things that like Wi-Fi, like computer code,
Wi-Fi,
like
computer coding.
Yeah, started by women. But that doesn't go with the brand. So anyway,
I know.
Katie, where can people find you if they're looking for you? What are you up to? What's going on?
My Instagram is KDG Comedy. I also have my own podcast. It's called Never Had a Boyfriend. I post weekly. That's most of my things.
Yay.
I'm here in Monkey Barrel for the next 4 days.
So you'll have missed that.
Yeah. What about you? What's going on? What are you doing?
I'm all over the place over the next few months. I'm doing lots of Glee stuff. I'm in Leeds and Birmingham and Cardiff, and I am in London at the Comedy Store, and but I'll obviously be around in Glasgow and Edinburgh, popping up in the Monkey Barrel and the Stand Comedy Club, and I'm on a little mini tour with the Gilded Balloon as well.
Lovely stuff.
So that's where you can find me. But if you just find me at JJ Laughs on Instagram, I have a TikTok. I'm not sure how to work it, but if you water your own grass, then
yes,
I might be a big fan of yours.
We enjoy your content. Thank you so much. You can give us a follow at Joygenda on TikTok. Give us 5 stars on Spotify, Apple Music. We have a YouTube channel, so you can watch this on YouTube if you would like to see our lovely faces. And you can follow me on Instagram at it's Hannah Campbell. I'm the same. I'll be around Edinburgh, Glasgow. I'm down in Manchester in April, the Frog and Bucket, so all over the place. But but thank you so much for coming on the podcast, Katie.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you everyone for listening and watching, and we will see you next time.
Bye. Bye.